What's up? I'm Shiko.
I'm Nyam.
And I'm Gathoni.
And this is Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Hey,
Key.
yeah.
see.
Yo, this is our first YouTube special. Hey, Nyam, you really need
Pew.
it. Yeah. So in this special, we're gonna be taking you through a concert experience. My sisters recently went to Boys to Men in Nairobi, and what was that last
Experience is
night?
the right word. Yeah,
Experience.
it
Tell
was
I
us.
would
last
say
night.
even an adventure.
Adventure.
It was little something.
Wow. Take us through
Hmm.
it.
First of all, tickets were 8,000 shillings, which is expensive for a concert in Kenya. But we were like, it's a boys to men. It's fine. Also, last year when these people had their thing, there's only good things said. Oh,
Who is these people?
stand
Boys
it.
the
So
man
they
came
did this thing
again.
last year.
Oh.
No, they had is he called Anthony
Anthony
Hamilton?
Hamilton, yeah.
I
I
was
thought
about
that's the
to be
guy
like,
who
isn't
does
that
Formula One.
Miranda? That's Louis.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. That's Formula One. What does a Formula One concert look like though?
No.
Vroom vroom.
Wow.
Skirt.
Uh-huh.
No. So last year's, they all sat. It was a very organized thing. So there was just good
Mm.
vibes. So based on what they did last year, everyone was like, of course, we're spending the money. They're going to do this thing. They did last year. It was excellent. No, it was not. First of all, it rained. And then it was raining into the tent. For the people who could enter the tent, there are some people who couldn't find space in the tent. So there are people who stayed outside and just got rained on. It would be cool if you're watching Boys to Men IRL in the rain. That's vibes. It's like, oh,
Can
although
you
we've come, it feels
stand?
like exactly
Yeah.
sunny days. Oh,
Yeah.
perfection. You're there with your boo, you make out in the rain to Boys to Men. Wow, core memory added. Only problem is they had built a cage thing set up to hold a screen. So if you're in the side for Gen people, you can't see the stage. So you're only watching them from the screen. So these people were getting rained on watching Boys to Men on a TV. In other words, they could have stayed at home. Okay?
First,
For
let's also
8,000.
mention that
For 8,000.
the main screen, the one that they had like right against where the cage, I mean, it's really like trussing for, it's not a cage, but it was trussing for like their media guys. So basically priority was for the people who are doing video, which makes sense because that's the content that's going onto the screens anyway.
Yeah.
But they had blocked, you can't you can't actually go further than that point. But then that screen also went out. It was like half working by the time Sauti Soul went on stage. Um, so it was like, okay, so where are we going to watch? We are hearing them, we are singing along, and even that hearing them, you can see their frustration. So like the thing was like they would start singing, we're seeing from the video, from the screens that they're singing, we're not hearing anything. We
Wow.
can hear the band sometimes, but we're not hearing. At some point, even I think Savara came out, then he was like, I'm so sorry, I had to go back, there were some technical issues, because you can see they're not hearing themselves
Was
in
he
their
open?
monitor.
Sauti Sol was opening.
Oh,
So
okay.
Yeah.
Sauti Sol couldn't hear themselves. They kept going back to the band
Yeah.
to hear what the band is playing so that
Uh-huh.
they can come in front to sing with the
To
crowd, then go back
Connie, they didn't have
again. And
earbuds.
they had them, and that's the thing. You're watching them remove them from their ears because it's not doing
You can
anything.
see them doing this.
Yeah.
Or
The
you can see
mics
them
are
like
not
start to
working.
sing and they're switching mics. It was so
What the
frustrating.
ghetto?
Then the other thing, the way they've set up the stage, VIP, VVIP were at the front. So there's an energy general pop give you. it's all behind the cage. So like when Sauti Sol was singing, it wasn't as full in like VIP, VVIP
Of
side.
course, yeah.
So all the noise is at the back, but you also can't like access, like, you know how normally I would think a good way to set up a stage is circle. So that yes, at the front you have your people, but there's a way Gen Pop can still, like, you can feed off Gen Pop's energy.
Yeah, of course.
We These people were behind a cage, so you can hear each them. They're over there on the other side. Gen Pop first are singing what we want to sing because we are hearing the band. We are not hearing the people singing. There's a
Yeah.
point during Boys
You
to Men,
started your own
we were
band.
singing our own thing. Yeah, we were singing our own thing. Then we keep quiet and hear, oh, they haven't reached. So we sang the line again because we had gone on we were on our own tangent, we were by ourselves doing our own thing. We were singing. It's basically like, this is what it felt like going to your friend's house for a house party, and then you play a Boyz to Men live on their TV.
Oh.
But your friend doesn't have surround sound. You are using their phone. Okay. So when people are singing and people are talking in the party, you can kind of hear Boyz to Men. You can see them, but you are not sure what part of the song is being sung.
Actually, that
That's
is
what
the
it
perfect
felt like.
analogy.
100%.
Really?
That's what it felt like. Yeah. It's like we
Wait,
were
so
watching
now
them
if
from a phone.
general admission was 8,000, kwani how much was VIP?
So VIP was 15. VVIP was 35,000.
Let me tell you,
Wow.
based on how many people were there, on ticket sales alone, the value that they gave back to us was trash.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I think for me, the bigger thing is the value for money.
Your money,
Yeah.
of
And the
course.
thing also that's kind of pinching me. So we were having a conversation with mom when we were telling her we were going. And you know how mom is about money. And she was like, you paid 8,000 for a ticket?
Yeah.
And we were
Mom
like,
doesn't spend money on concerts.
yeah, it was, and it is in normal terms outrageous. But I was,
Yeah.
we explained, we were like, yeah, but if we had gone to see them like in Atlanta or whatever, it could be like, it's just like $80, if you don't
Yeah.
drink your wine and whatever. Like, we've really justified this thing. And then to get like that experience, I was just
Dang.
like, wow.
First, they had said everyone would have seats. Let me tell you what the seats were for. People to stand so that they can try and see beyond the cage.
Please, we have not even told you that in our area, there was a full-on fight. A full-on fight of
God.
people who are standing on their chairs and the
Uh-huh.
people behind them couldn't see. So they started
The
to
screen.
throw bottles and cups
started
at the people who are standing.
Oh my
But they asked
gosh.
nicely first. They asked these babes nicely. They were like, hi, excuse me, we can't see, please go down. One of them flipped the bird. They said, skirt. Then the drama began.
Guy.
It was madness. Pure madness. Like, this babe now at some point was shikwad. So now it's, how people are calling. So the person right behind her taps her. She turned and she's like, don't fucking touch me. Why the fuck are you touching me? Who the fuck do you think you are? So now her friend, I don't want to say they're white people, but they're white people. Her friend comes and it's like, why are you guys touching her? They're like, no, I was touching her because I was told to call her because guys are asking you guys to sit because we can't see.
Yeah.
Here's the thing also. These people had a sign, okay? So we are looking at the screen, but they're lifting a sign. There are 3 of them holding it like over their heads, which means for real, the people behind them can't see the
Cannot
screen.
see
But Boyz
anything.
to Men cannot see your fucking sign because we are at the end of the road, okay? So, like, why are you struggling to put a sign for them? Like, you should have paid for VVIP and shown them your sign, So these people have tried to show the sign. So someone has asked nicely. Then now see, they refused. This squad, they were like 5, like probably 10 people, start asking people for the bottles on the ground, plastic bottles from like soda, and they're just flinging them at them. Flinging. One hit the babe who had flipped them first. She turned, what the fuck do you think? She's trying to jump into the crowd. Her friend is holding her because now it was two babes and a guy. The guy knows if you guys start a fight, it's me who's gonna die. It's me.
Exactly.
I have to be the man. So he's like, stop. It's okay, stop. Let me tell you, it was so
No,
dramatic.
you're forgetting they were also throwing things back. That's now why it started becoming dramatic.
I didn't
So
see
as
them
Right.
they
throw things
throw the
back.
bottles, then now these guys throw back. But now you see they're throwing back. They're not sure who was throwing. So it's just hitting anybody. So now for like a good
Oh.
2 minutes, we have even stopped watching the screens. All of us. We're
Yeah,
in any
you're
case we
watching
can't
what's
hear
going
the
on.
song. We're just watching the drama. Where?
And it was
Damn.
drama. It was
My
wild.
goodness.
Then they finally sit down after all of that. Anyway, we continue not listening to Boys to Men.
Actually,
And
we
read.
were the concert. There's a lady we met. We met there, like we're not friends. At some point, she was like, "Really, you guys are carrying the day because we're singing. People can only hear me and Gathoni. We can't
Wow.
hear Boys to Men. We can see that they're on stage. They have mics. We can
Yeah.
hear the tune is carrying kidogo kidogo. At some point now, people start chanting. So all of us are chanting together. Fix the sound. Fix the sound. Fix the
What?
sound. I'm telling you, I have
Then there are people
videos.
screaming, fix the screen. Because Nyam was saying the story. The middle screen that was facing now the stage. So for Gen Pop, facing the stage that was now on that thing for video.
Yeah.
You know how they normally create a big screen from tiny screens? Like in the corner, like Tetris. You know, like how the zigzag,
It
the
wasn't
letter
working.
T is black. So you are seeing color red-ish and blue. You're not seeing everything. So now they start, fix the screen, fix the screen. The screen is
Wow.
put off, it's fixed. They put it back on. Then now the screen is on. Yes, but what are they saying? We don't know.
Still can't hear.
Fix the sound. Nothing. Let me tell you when the sound got fixed. End of the Road was the last song played.
Yeah.
Let me tell you when the band started playing the outro. Now, when End of the Road was going on, the speakers did a
We had a cuckoo like
sounded like they
thunder.
were gargling. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like now because we were near the airport, Wilson, we were all just like, it's over. This is how we die. Anyway, we all turn. We don't know what it is. It's a speaker. We turn back. When I tell you, the sound did, and the
Came out
band.
clear.
Let me tell you, if that's what VIP were hearing, even me, I'd have paid 35,000. But friend, we listened to the outro for End of the Road as if, let me tell you, I can tell you now for sure, that bass guitarist was fire. I found out
Yeah.
in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm
Wow.
telling you, it was so well. And the thing about it too is the DJ sets, the sound was perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
But when the
Dang.
live acts are on, like trash. Trash.
Talking
I
about
was just
DJs,
like in shock.
What about DJs?
let me tell you.
This story has bombarded me. What?
So now there are some kids. They're really famous. I wouldn't say their name. They're really good DJs. I've been around when they. So they're the ones who mix like B&D on Wednesdays. They're really good, genuinely great DJs.
Uh-huh.
Okay, have your flowers. But then between Sauti Soul and Boys to Men were late, they were made to hold fort over there. When I tell you these people, it felt like we were listening to a playlist on Spotify where they're just picking songs, and then after
weren't
like 3
prepared.
sentences, they're like switch song. And then now because they're, youth dems all care about like content and everything. So now they're walking on stage being like, oh my God, sing along, dancing like this, holding like a whiskey glass. And I'm just like, let me tell you what upset me about it. They played Always Be My Baby. Okay? They did. And that's my jam. This child cut it off before we sang and we linger on in the chorus. I was just like, how have you played this song? Have you played this
Wow.
song? What was the point of even doing this? Because the thing is, I feel like older people, we like listening to the songs. If you listen to old DJs, we listen to like Till the Bridge. It's like
But
listening genuinely to Spotify.
Gathoni, I'm telling you, like, at least play the popular part, at least play the whole chorus, and
Let me
then
tell you,
before verse
people
2,
are
you
screaming,
change the song.
and we linger, bro, and the song is different.
It's
was
so
hurt.
wild. You know, I think, to be honest, so we still had a good time, but I think it's
Yeah, of course.
because of
True.
being together, like the two of us, but
Mhm.
also the nostalgia is what carried the day. So because we're all
Mm.
singing along, yeah, we're all having a really terrible experience, but
Yeah,
we're all together in this terrible experience, and that's the thing that kind of made it like, okay, I guess, because there's that
yeah,
feeling of like togetherness, and like, you know, everybody's voice is so loud and we're just like screaming and our hands are up. We have not gotten our money's worth,
of
but
course.
we're having a good time. But if without that nostalgic aspect, like if it had been any other artist, maybe that
Shit.
people don't sing along to, or it's not like emotive, you know, like it
Yeah.
doesn't have that emotional connection, things would have been 10 times worse.
Damn.
But the DJs after them were fire. Listen, we
After
danced.
Boys to Men.
Oh my God, there's a guy, I think his name was DJ Sean. He said, "Don't worry, I'm your friend. I gotcha." We danced.
We really danced.
And
What
it's
time
your
did you
sped
guys
music,
leave?
you know that? I think like 2. Even as we say all
Yeah.
of this, like we danced till morning. We were in the house, I think, by 2 o'clock. But it felt like 4:30 a.m.
Nice.
Yeah, and then the
Yeah.
toilet situation was bad also because they had few toilets. So at some point, by the time the evening, like by the time the show
I'm
was
so
ending,
stressed.
yeah, because here's this. This is what happened. They had like 5 Portaloo trucks. By the time
5.
like the DJs,
Thank
girl,
you.
by the time the DJs were coming on, um, some of them had clogged. You couldn't flush them, and then the ones that were working, they didn't have water in the sinks. So it's nothing for if. Thank God for COVID and all of us just always having sanitizer.
Sanitizer.
No, Santanizer. If we didn't have this, like, I'm like, for real, it would have been the grossest, like, ugh, ugh.
Yeah.
Dang.
It was like it's just like the things were getting progressively worse. You know, you really want
Was.
to be like, let me just give it a chance, give it a chance.
Yeah.
But then you're like, damn. And you know, someone, I was having this discussion with someone else who was in the VIP area, and they were like, oh my God, the show was so amazing. And I was just like, were we at 2 different shows? Which is
For
the other
real.
sad thing, is that it's very clear that there were 2 very different experiences of the same thing, because there's some people who are like, it was the night of their life, the music was fire. I watched someone's stories, and that was the first time I heard the harmonies. I was just like, oh,
Wow.
you mean they could be heard?
Oh
Because I
my
was like, that
goodness.
story was better than what I watched in person there, in that, breathing that same air.
Yeah, it's so
I
funny
was
how
just
people
like,
can have such different experiences.
Wild.
Oh my
crazy.
goodness. Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That is
it was our
quite a
experience.
journey. Anyway, come to
I just
Atlanta so
wish.
we can go for Beyonce. Thank you. That's my
Hey,
story.
Beyonce. Oh,
Let me tell
Oh.
you, I had even told mom, I was like, you know, she's like, then you'll just watch in screens. I was like, yeah, but even Beyonce, we would watch on screens. Where? I didn't know.
little did you know you were speaking a
I
factual
really
thing.
know. No, but
Little
you know,
did you
I
know.
mean, of course, even Beyonce, it's like stadium. Not everyone is actually laying their eye directly on her like this,
No,
but
our
they
stadium,
build it.
the way it's set up is good in Atlanta.
Yeah. So
Like,
at least you're seeing her, even if she's so
mm-hmm,
far away. The
mm-hmm.
setup is such that you can see her. As we were just like, oh, I guess we are seeing there on stage based on
Because
the
it's
screen.
elevated, you know.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
now people were saying on Twitter. People are like, if you could build that cage for your people, why could you elevate the stage? Like, just so that the people at the back can see them.
Can
It's not even a
see.
thing of, it's just like, don't have us pay that much money to watch them on a screen only.
Mm.
You know, like even things like blankets. Blankets, you'll have such a high stage and the place is so wide. So there are people who are in front of the stage, yes, like cancel that. But you can be so far away and you're still seeing what's happening. Yes, they're tiny, but we can see them. And
Yeah.
if you want to watch them closer, you're watching the screens, but you can see them.
Mm.
This
Hey,
Yeah.
thing,
in other
we
words,
saw the
Stanley has
lights
a
on
long
the
way to
stage.
Actually, you
People
know
are
what I find?
pissed.
What do you find?
Sorry. I feel like I find this interesting in terms of a case study. Of course, from a work perspective, I'd be curious because I feel like they had such a stellar reputation, but this thing is gonna hurt their brand, and it might not affect like their day-to-day business now. But
Of
fam, for
course.
potential business, I'm just like, nah, that's not the bank that I would trust with nothing. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'd be curious. And of course, the thing about it is the data, they probably wouldn't tell us, yeah, things have dipped or whatever. But I'd be curious in terms of a brand perspective, what this reputational damage does. Because, damn.
Yeah. Because I'm sure, like, if you guys were there in the general admission, like, if that, let's just say most of the general admission people were having that experience, like,
All.
that's
Yep.
wild.
It's not most, all.
That's
There's not a
wild.
single one of us. And the thing is, based on what I was saying, some people in VIP had the same issue with the sound, depending on where you are.
If I was VIP and I had that experience, I'd be so pissed. So
So
pissed.
pissed.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
The people who
Anyway.
paid more than Beyonce, even more than
I
Beyonce
know.
tickets,
I
and you're
know.
still
Yeah.
having that
But also,
experience.
there's some people, had a good time because, we're watching on the screen like babes kissing their hands and getting roses. And we were like, wow,
Must be nice.
Aw.
that's so cute. Us guys, anyway, we saw it on TV. It's cute.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's fine.
Anyway, thank you for
Now
your
we know.
recap. Thank you
You're
for your
welcome.
recap. By the way,
We'll
guys,
only watch
we're a regular
artists in
podcast.
America.
Exactly. We're a regular podcast. You guys should listen. Gathoni, where can they find us?
You can find us anywhere you listen to podcasts. Our podcast name is OK Kiasi. That's OKAYKIASI. You can follow us on social media. We're OK Kiasi everywhere. And if you want to write us an email because we're cute and two of us are single, you can write to
You've just opened up our names.
okkiasi@gmail.com.
This chick is wild.
Excuse me, I need a diabetic daddy.